Hello everybody, good morning. It's morning over here. I don't really know what your time zone is. So in my recent uploads, if you can check, I've been talking about investing in ETF stocks and other things a lot. I mean a lot. But let's be real. Skip all the whole theory and assumption of investing in the financial market and be practical. Now, to be sincere, ETFs are one great way to invest the money, whether as a beginner or a seasoned investor. ETFs is perfect. And one good thing I love about ETF is that it works with how the financial market is doing. If the S&P 500 is ranking in all-time high, so also with your portfolio grow as well. And it's cool. But lately, reality dawned on me. You see, this is an investment certificate and is a fixed deposit. So it's for a duration of about 90 days. So after about 90 days, the money that has been imputed, which is about 40 million naira. Please don't overlook the figure. If you convert this 40 million naira, is equivalent to about $28,900. You understand? So after about 90 days, this will be the profit. 1,183,000 naira. By the way, it's not my own, it's my dad's investment certificate. So I actually managed to handle it. But let's be sincere. I've been preaching about investing in ETFs and the stock market for a while. So I really wanted to know what gave my dad the impression that putting the money in fixed deposit is more reliable and is more okay than investing in the stock market. I want to compare investing this 40 million naira in both the S&P 500 and fixed deposits. So as you can see, if you check your data very well, you observe that in the last year alone, S&P 500 return was about 16.3%. Peradventure, if he had invested the $28,900 into the stock market like the S&P 500 for that same 90 days period, it could have been $28,900 multiplied by 0.163 and the money would have been $1,161. Now, investing in the fixed deposit, the money which we have already known would have been $855 because it would have been $28,900 multiplied by 0.120. The S&P 500 would have brought in more interest than investing in the fixed deposit. Now, not just about investing in the fixed deposit alone. Let us be realistic because my dad really wants to have something that is consistent. First case first, how about the stability or the fluctuation aspect? We know that the stock market is up and down. Sometimes the stock market may be doing very well and sometimes it might not be doing well. Compare that to the fixed deposit. Now, the fixed deposit, it works in a way whereby whatever the current interest value is at the time where you put your money in, is going to work in that way. It's not going to change because the country is not doing well or maybe inflation is. No, they're going to pay you based on that same interest that the money was first in deposited. But the stock market is dependent on what the current value of when you're going to withdraw. You understand? How the market plays that is going to affect what your return and your interest. So in this case, if you're going for stability and you really want to use the money for something and you don't want to risk it for anything, I would recommend going for fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is reliable. So the next case talks about higher return. When you consider higher return, the S&P 500 is more higher. It brings in more return compared to the fixed deposit. Maybe depending on the country where you are in, but my country right now and the bank that has been invested in, the fixed deposit about 12%. So the S&P 500 has more return. And if you check the S&P 500 track record, past few years, it has been consistent. Now, the last thing has to be with the currency valuation. You see, this money is invested in Naira and it's going to be paid back in Naira. So we know that S&P 500 is a foreign currency, is a foreign investment, like is in the US. So if that money was invested in the US, like if after the 90 days period, when you're withdrawing or maybe you're getting your money back to your local currency, that means you're expecting to withdraw your money back into a higher valuation. So peradventure, if you invested in a time whereby the currency exchange rate is at a higher and you're withdrawing when the currency exchange rate is low, that means you should be getting kind of like loss. So that's another thing that I need to put into consideration. So I felt that my dad really wanted something that is stable and he does not want to bet on the fluctuation of the market. That's why he really put the money into fixed deposit. So this is all I have for in this video. And if you love content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video and I will see you next time.